If you can give us one piece of advice, what would you give it? What would you tell us to do?
Don't pee into the wind.
Okay. And why is that?
And what?
Why?
Why?
What's wrong with peeing into the wind?
Well,
it dries you up
the wind
faster.
will blow the pee right back in your face.
Oh.
Do you have experience?
Especially if you're standing on a bridge.
Do you have experience in this?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
And if you're riding down the road in a pickup truck and chewing tobacco, you want to make sure the window's down before you spit outside.
Okay.
Do you have experience with this also?
I do. It wasn't me, but a buddy of mine did. I was sitting in the middle, and he was sitting on the side because he was chewing tobacco.
Nana.
And he turned around and spit, and he could have said, I could have swore that window was down.
Ew. Nana, if you could give us one piece of advice, what would you give us?
Save your money.
Okay. Do you have experience in that?
Stay out of Hobby Lobby and Walmart.
Uh-oh.
Cut around the snack.
Pawpaw,
What?
what is the best thing that ever happened to you?
Probably when I was chasing that cow down through New Haven. It got out and Nana lassoed me right around the neck and caught me and never let me loose after that.
That sounds so romantic. Best thing that ever happened to you?
Having my family.
Aww.
What? I missed that.
She said me.
Having my family.
Oh. The worst thing that ever happened to me
Yeah.
is I made a batch of, me and this same guy, I rode around with, made a batch of home brew. We got a recipe and used potatoes and yeast and all this stuff, and we made a big batch in an abandoned house out on the hill. And we went back, we got us a bottle capper and some knee-high orange pop bottles and put that home brew in there and capped it. Set it out in the middle of the floor, and we was going to go back the next weekend and have a party. And when we got back there, every one of the bottles had exploded and the tops was sticking in the ceiling.
Oh no.
And what happened? We capped it was still working, and we capped it green, and it blowed the caps off the bottles, and busted the bottles, and they was sticking in the ceiling.
That's the worst thing that ever happened to you?
Did what?
So that's the worst thing that's ever happened
Well,
to you?
that was one of the worst.
Who can tell me the story of how you and Pawpaw first met?
I told you.
The true story.
We went to school together.
Who had eyes for who first?
I don't know. First time I really talked was he was walking to the school bus and I was walking to the school bus. He had on a pair of jeans that said cowhide on them. That was a type of us, I guess. And I was going along and I said cowhide, and about the time he stopped and I hit him in the back. And then I guess that's when we noticed each other.
Do you remember that, Pawpaw?
I bet he don't.
Like it was yesterday. Turned around and there was that bright light.
That bright light.
She was a hottie, Betty.
Oh dear.
Tell us about your wedding day.
Not your wedding night.
Ew.
Oh man.
Day.
That was tough.
Wedding
Well,
day.
I was down to the church getting stuff, last minute stuff. I had on, I think, cut off blue jeans, and hair was in curlers, and I looked a mess. But anyway, we went, the wedding went through okay, but they put Larry in the preacher's cubby holes, they called it.
Coat closet.
So that well, that's where he always stood. So he wouldn't see me before we got married, so till I come down the aisle. And he about burned up. He's so hot-natured anyway. His jacket was wet.
It was 96 degrees, and they didn't have air conditioning in the church. They put me back there in that coat closet and shut the door, so I wouldn't see her come up the steps.
I don't know whose idea it was. It wasn't mine. I was downstairs in the rec room, all cool.
I believe Tyson had a fart.
Well, that's nice. Can you describe Nana's dress to us?
What?
Can you describe Nana's dress to us?
Her dress?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. I think it was a polka dot one at once. She had on a wedding dress. It was white, that's all I know.
It wasn't long. It was below the knee one.
Hey, I gotta go. I'm gonna go over and dump that brush before
I think you need
it
to.
thaws out.
No, we're not done with our legacy
Yes,
video.
we have. We're done. We're done as much as we can get done. I don't know of anything else.
What?
Except I used to go swimming in the creek with all the girls, and we'd swim naked, and we'd put one girl up on top of the hill to watch so nobody'd come along and catch us.
That was the truth.
Oh dear.
And
We used to swim the river, high river, every day. No, not every day. Every other day. One time we swum the river and got out on a boat was going down the river, and We got on that boat and rode it clear down to New Haven and got off.
But they had on swimming trunks then. They were in the
Tugboat.
Who's y'all's best friends?
Huh?
Who were y'all's best friends growing up?
Well, I had Lucy, Maxine, and Patty.
Oh,
Three
girls.
girls lived right up the road from me.
What about you, Nina?
I had a girl next door and a couple of boys around. I don't know.
Oh, the boys was all
That was-
hanging around.
3 of them I know that lived in that area.
So, what is your best childhood memory?
I can remember getting a sled for Christmas when it was about 60 degrees and a bicycle when the snow was on the ground. It wasn't timed too good. Tried to ride a bicycle on the porch and it didn't work too good.
Is that the same porch that Gaga lived in?
Yeah,
Is that where you grew up?
yeah.
Was that where you were born?
No, I
That
was
wasn't
born
on
down.
the porch.
I was born down across from the golf course in a house that burned down.
But were you brought home there?
Yeah, I lived there until I was about. I was just a baby, and Mom went next door, went to see Grandma, and I was taking a nap, and she started to go without me, and then she went back and got me. Took me to ground. I was out of bed and got me, and when somebody come down the road and said our house was on fire.
Oh,
So Mom said if she hadn't picked me up, I'd have been in it.
Ooh, that's scary.
It was instinct. Hold her. Yes. But they lost everything.
I didn't know that.
So
Yeah,
she
that
had
was-
2 houses that burnt down.
That's when I was a baby.
So did they build it back?
No, they went to New Haven there and built that one. Uncle Grant built it. They built one up there. That's where I finished living.
Wait,
Papa, what's your
so
best?
you didn't live, you weren't born into that house? So you had a different house?
What I
It just burnt
found
down,
was sheep.
and you lost everything and then you
And the
got that
sheep
new
fell
house.
off the freight train. Won't buy the house. We think that's what. The sheep fell off of the train, had a red mark right down his back where
Been sold, I'd say.
he'd been sold to the stock market or something. And we kept him kept her for a year or two. That was the only sheep around in the country, I think.
What was a normal day like for you?
What?
When you were really little, what was a normal day like for you?
Well, his mom, when he was a baby, took him in a basket out to the.
Yeah.
Set him in front of the cows while they milked the cows.
Mhm.
He was just in the basket. So he was about. Well, he was just born.
Did you watch TV very much?
Didn't
You
have
didn't
it.
have TV.
What did you do for entertainment?
Listen to the radio.
Ride a bicycle.
Slam me.
Kick the can and run the wheelbarrow up the road and back, up the holler and back with the water.
When you were old enough, then what was a normal day like when you had to like work on the farm and stuff?
You had to get up and milk the cow. Before you went to school.
Oh, you had to milk the cows before you went to school?
Milked them in the morning, went to come in and got ready and went to school, and then come back in the evening and had to milk them.
Huh.
You couldn't
And
have any sports too much because you had to be home.
I had to walk to grade school. It was a half a mile away and it was uphill both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. What was your favorite subject in school?
Say what?
What was your favorite subject in school?
Girls.
And home ec.
But I thought you almost quit school one time.
I did on account of recess. I didn't want to go out. Play. I wanted to study.
Hi, Tay. Hello. What was your normal day like?
Typical teenager.
But what was a typical teenager like back then?
Nothing. Well, we did have television when I was a teenager.
What was your favorite show?
I don't know. I can't remember back that far. Oh, it had to have been Howdy Doody.
Howdy doody.
Yeah, with Claire.
Hey, didn't you tell me one time, how did you end up being a cheerleader in high school?
I wanted to get out of class. I was in, I don't know what class it was, downstairs, and they come and said that the girls wants to try out for cheerleader, go to the gym. Well, I sat there for a little while, and I thought, man, that's a good idea. So I went up there, tried out and got it.
Could you do a back handspring?
No, we didn't do those then. Ours was more of a routine and holler. Now they just do acrobatics.
Could you do a cartwheel?
Yeah.
Hey. She showed about that much leg.
Oh, scandalous.
Between her bobby socks and the bottom of her skirt.
That's the truth. They had
That's the way it was.
the principal did not allow short skirts, and for basketball, the rest of the guys, schools had them, but he didn't approve of it. And our skirts was a circular skirt. They come about right to here, and then we had bobby socks, black and white tennis shoes, or black and white Oxfords. Bobby socks, circular skirt.
Were you all high school sweethearts?
We started dating when we were sophomores, didn't we?
That would be high school sweethearts then.
Yeah, it was a sophomore.
Were you homecoming king and queen?
No, I was Miss Mistletoe, but that's all.
Miss Mistletoe, it runs in the family. Pawpaw, I thought weren't you like class president or something?
All through high school.
Oh, class president.
And he was also president of the FFA organization.
Future farmers of America. How did
She
you...
was chapter sweetheart.
What's that mean?
When you wonder?
Well, they gave me a compact.
What's that mean?
I think I still got that.
What is it?
I don't know. I forget. I did a couple things for their height or something. Anyhow, they gave me a compact with FFA.
Oh, so you were a future farmer too?
No, I wasn't.
Oh. All the
Well,
farmers
just
just
a
liked
I
you.
was just what you call a mascot, I guess.
All the farmers just liked you.
Yeah.
Didn't want you
They
guys
heard
to...
about her last one. That guy was chasing that wild cow come by,
Oh.
catching him.
Oh, yeah, Mimi.
Didn't want Mimi to. The Kings didn't want him to marry Mimi, and the Cooks didn't want her to marry Ralph.
Well, she was
Right.
a city girl.
No, she was a widow, a woman, a widow with 3 kids.
I'm talking about you.
No,
Oh.
she was a widow with 3 kids, and they said that he was taking advantage of Ralph. And the other one says, "Well, she's just marrying you for your money." Well, she had a farm and a house, and they didn't agree, but it lasted a long time.
And Papa was their only kid.
Yeah.
Together.
Did he have any kids previously?
She did. Mimi had 3,
But did he-
No, he was a bachelor.
Let me see if I can name them.
4.
What was their names? The twins were Maida and Kathleen.
Mm-mm.
No, they're not twins.
Ray and Roy.
Oh.
Boys were twins.
So then she had 4 kids,
Yeah,
not 3.
correct.
I was having a 2 with 1.
So I always thought Maida and Kathleen were twins.
No, Maida was the oldest.
And then what were the boys? Rick and Roy?
Ray and Roy.
Ray and
I can tell
Roy.
you how. I can tell you how they met. They had a festival and my mom was driving a Model A Ford and my dad stole the keys.
He didn't lock the car.
On purpose?
Yeah.
To get her attention?
And then he found them for her.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. We know where you got your honoriness.
Yeah. I gotta go. I gotta go dump that brush.
Yeah, you've been there.
What do you gotta do? What's more important than a legacy video? Leaving your legacy on our generation.
One final question. Who's your favorite granddaughter?
Oh! Papa?
We know it.
Who's your favorite granddaughter?
Larry, you got to spit? He's
That
trying.
right.
Oh, he's pointing to me! He's pointing to me! I win!
Isabella.
We know better.
Who's your favorite dog? Tyson, where's Pawpaw? You like Pawpaw, don't you? Yes.